Hi, John here, talking about breath work and meditation. I wanted to make this video about our eyes and how in our practice of meditation, we learn how to focus ourselves using our eyes. And I talked about in previous videos of how you get yourself charged up with this rapid breathing. Or you can say it's a full body breathing exercise as well, to where you're breathing with your whole body, your torso is expanding all around, not just to your stomach. You keep doing this for 15-20 minutes to charge yourself up, and then you get into a different kind of space of awareness. You also push yourself to the edge of your comfort zones with your breath by training yourself how to hold your breath and then see how far you can push that comfort with holding the breath. And then you go through this kind of transition to where you're not only doing it physically, but you're doing it mentally as well, this oscillation of inhale and exhale. And I talked about this in the previous video. You can check it out. In this video, I'm talking about our eyeballs, these guys. In the breathing, while you're doing all these exercises, I wanted to ask you a question. Where is your vision? What are you looking at? Like, where are you focused at? Because a lot of times I found out that I may be doing all this exercise, but my eyeballs are like, one is looking over there, one is like this, or I'm only in this eye, or I'm only in this eye. And I realized, oh wait, I'm not focused in my vision. And there's many exercises that in Tao or Mantak Chia tradition where they talk about rolling your eyes. Like you go up and then you go all the way to the edge of your vision. I see like the vision and then I see blackness. So I put myself on the edge of this and I roll my eyes around very slowly, very focused. The key here is that if I'm just walking about doing my normal things throughout the day and I'm not in the altered state of consciousness, the rolling your eyes is pretty simple. It's like, oh, okay, here we go. Roll this way, roll that way. That's nice. Mantak Chia teaches this how you do 9 times this way, 9 times that way. By doing this, you actually clear your brain and clear your awareness. But when you start doing breathing exercises and you get yourself into an altered state, those exercises for the eyes are so powerful because then you're super focused and you realize how much, like you can look one way and then you have some kind of sensation in the body. You do certain exercises, then you have other releases happening in the body because the eyes are very connected to your brain and your thinking and your whole body. So, I apologize for going kind of fast. I wanted to make this video not too long, okay? So, you get yourself in this deep state of consciousness to where you've been breathing for 15-20 minutes. Then there's 2 basic ways to start this. One way is to kind of keep your eyes half closed and then look at your nose. From this eye, I see this side of my nose. From this eye, I see this side of my nose. Do you? What do you see? Can you see this clearly with your eyes? Or is it one side you can barely see and otherwise super clear? Like for me, I could see this side very clearly. This side used to be very blurry. So I would focus more on this side to make it balanced. So I'm not only in my one side, I'm also on my other side, right? And when you're doing these exercises, you start to look down. Okay, there's my nose. I see this shape. I see this side of my nose. I see this side of my nose, right? And then you realize, oh wait, I'm only being pulled to one side. I can only see this side. It's hard for me to come back and see this side. Or I go all the way here and I can't stay in the center. So by doing these exercises, you kind of learn to balance yourself. And then you become more and more clear of what you're seeing. So one way is to look at the tip of your nose. Another way is to look up here. Look up, roll your eyes up and look up and see what you see. And is it balanced? Or are you just in your one eye, or you're in another eye? Like, realize that most of us are not balanced. We're more dominant on one side than the other. So you get yourself in this state, you look at your eyes, where are you looking at? What do you see? Do you see it clearly, or do you see it like it's foggy and it's not very clear? That means you need to keep doing these exercises so that you're balanced on 2 sides. You can see, like I look down at my nose, I see 2 sides of my nose. I look down up, I'm actually here, I'm more on this side than I am on this side. So I need to do more clearing on this part of my eyeballs or my brain or my body, right? So, starting with the first exercise is the rolling eyes. You roll the eyes 9 times this way, and then 9 times this way. That's a good clearing. You can do it as many times as you want, but keep it balanced. You can do 6, 3, whatever. They say 9 times, but you can do whatever you like as long as you're staying balanced on both sides. Next exercise is to look all the way to the left, both eyes, and then all the way to the right, left. You do it like 6 or 9 times, and then you look up, and then you do the same thing up here. So you roll from here to here. Roll, 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 roll. This is a very powerful clearing exercise. It actually clears your brain, clears any congestion. Same thing looking down. Roll, 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 roll. Keep doing this. Make sure you do it equals on both sides, right? Looking all the way down, seeing the edge of my vision, and then pushing myself beyond that edge while maintaining my clarity and my breath. I keep breathing, I keep exercising. And by doing this, you clear a lot of things, okay? Also, be aware of what's happening to the body. If you have any tension building up in the body, allow it to release. Like, be aware. Don't just be in your head, be in your body as well. So those are the 3 exercises. Next one, when you're in this deep state, is of course to look up, to where you're doing this and you're looking up and you're maintaining that clarity. And sometimes the way to kind of get yourself balanced is I oscillate. I go to this eye, then I go to this eye, then I go to this eye, then I go to this eye. And by doing this more and more, I realize how I can find balance between two sides of my vision. Same thing when you're looking down. I'm staring at my nose, I see it clearly, and I go this way, so it means I'm all looking from here. Then I go this way, it means I'm all looking from here. And by doing this oscillation, you learn how to balance your 2 visions, and then they become more centered. And then you can actually look down and see both sides of your nose, and you see how they overlap, and how they cross. Okay, that's another exercise. Another one is to look something external, like I pick a flower or I pick a candle, and I'm looking at this candle here. Okay, see if I can explain this clearly. I look at this candle, and then with my eyes, like I'm going to use my finger just for my own practice here so I can explain it. I see one finger, right? Then there's a practice in the old tradition. I forget the name, but basically I look at something ahead of me. There's one. Then I cross my eyes slowly so I can. 1 becomes 2, and then I focus on the center, this part between 2. And what you're doing is you're doing this balance. There is a tradition for like seers and people that do this practice. They say it and they sit and you look at the fire and you pick 1 point, and then you split those 2 by crossing your eyes, and then you focus on the middle between the 2 things that you created. And that's where you have like you can say a portal or dimension or whatever. People get visions this way because what you're doing is you're not focused so much external, but you're using your external to focus your internal. Okay? I'm going to probably make another video to explain this in more detail because I haven't really practiced what I wanted to say. So I wanted to say that this is one way to kind of get yourself in an altered state. Because there is exercises you do where you have these 2 dots and you try to merge them together, and they become like there's a red and a blue, and then they become like a pink color or something. And you do this with your eyes. This is the same thing kind of. So that's another practice that you can do. Now, you do this all while being, like you can do this now without getting to any exercise, but I highly recommend getting into a deeper, calmer state to where you're in a trance, and then you're much more aware and much more sensitive to what's going on, and then you do these eye exercises. Okay. I'm gonna make another video to go into detail about this thing that I tried to explain but didn't come out clearly. Basically, there's like one way where you focus externally, and then another way where you focus internally, and I'm gonna explain that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share. Comment below any questions or anything you have. You can reach me. Thank you. Bye.